Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Thursday night slash Friday morning Zoom edition, and the markets have been in turmoil. The Trump tariffs went into effect yesterday. That's been the major economic news throughout the world. What will the effect have? Will it force fair trade throughout the world, or will we get the same thing as what happened a century ago with the Great Depression? We don't know. The markets are jittery. It's affected Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto coins. So let's go to the Bitcoin chart. We'll start there. Share my screen, and I'm not going to go into a description of macroeconomic events, but just tariffs. What's going to happen with them, with the market overall? Okay, I'm on my Bitcoin day chart. And you can see Bitcoin's been trending down the last few days. We were pushing 90K about a week ago. Now we're in the low 80s, 83.1 at the moment. And again, below all the major moving averages, 20, 50, and 200. So that's generally considered bearish on Ethereum, which has really been hammered lately. It's even worse, down to 1800 again, and below all the EMAs, 20, 50, and 200. So that's not good. I was on X a little while ago, and the prognosticators are concerned about depression like in the 1930s. The U.S. had an affected the world market. That may or may not happen this time. What effect would it have it on crypto? Obviously, we didn't have crypto back then, so it's a wait and see sort of thing. Um, but all we can do is keep an eye on the overall market economy and see what happens with Bitcoin and crypto. Um, any comments or questions about the macro economy and its effect on Bitcoin and the other and the altcoins before we move on to Altcoin Alert, see how we make money from this? I know I've just been shorting stuff, so that worked out for me yesterday. Not sure if it will today. Today the market might take off and recover some of the losses, but who knows? All right, well, we'll see if we can make some short-term profits off this current economy. Um, I'm on Altcoin Alert at the moment, and easy mode is off. Altcoin radar is selected. I've got all the columns from which to sort, and I'll do a quick refresh, get the most current information, and then we'll take a look at the AA score sort. Okay, there we go. All right, fun token 89.9, so that's well above 80, which is my usual, um, excuse me, standard. Frontier just below 79, Tomo 78, Compound, which I traded yesterday, 76.8. Let's look at fun token. Okay, fun token is on mostly foreign exchanges, is on Blowfin, which I don't think requires KYC. All right. This is my day trading layout, 15-minute chart. I'm using supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo for support and resistance. Resistance, the red zone, support, the green zone, and RTI, relative trend index, for entries and alerts, and cumulative delta for trend trading confirmation. So at the moment, on Fun Token, the RTI is above the 80. Um, this is the type of entry I'm usually looking for on this. Like we had on Wednesday, dip below the 20 and they broke back up. As you can see, we got a nice move, 50%. That's amazing day trade. I'm not going to stay in that long generally. I'm just looking for 1 to 1.5% move on the chart. And I'm trading on foreign exchange at 10x leverage, longs and shorts. If you're new to this type of trading, you should be on spot on probably Coinbase or Kraken. Go for 2 to 5% in that range, and then grow your balance that way. Okay, so we've missed the entry, and we don't really have a good setup on Fun at the moment. Um, okay, I'm gonna pause this. Okay, I'm back. And we were looking at Fun. Get back to that. So, if you want to track this token throughout the day, have it be one of your buddy coins, right click on the RTI, add an alert. You can choose crossing up and choose the 20 or the 50. Once per bar close, custom name, AA score. I can learn how to type. And notifications, notify an app on my phone, toast notification on my computer screen, play a sound also on my computer screen. There's lots to choose from. Click create and you're good to go. If you want to trade both directions, entering a channel, 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. So this way, if it breaks above 80 and then dips back down, you can evaluate a short. The 20 we talked about already. If it dips below the 20 and breaks back up, that's usually a good long entry. Check Bitcoin as well before you decide, and then you're off to the races. Click create and you're good to go. But I don't think I'll do this one. I don't think it's on my system. Okay, so that was the day trading option on the RTI. Let's go over to the hour chart for the swing trade operation or option. My layout's different. I'm still using supply and demand visible range for support and resistance, but I've got SuperTrend for entries, for alerts, Trendilo LSMA for confirmation. So at the moment we are in a buy and the Trendilo is pointing straight up. So that's good news, but we're too late. The better entry would have been down here when the buy first triggered, which occurred on Wednesday. And that went up, over 30%, which obviously would have been a great swing trade. You can try to catch the next alert, buy alert, right click on Super Trend. You can leave it on direction change to go both directions. If you're looking for a long trade, choose the buy option. Only once, custom name, AA score, and might want to choose a different sound, handbell or fault, something like that. Unfortunately, my swing trading budget is depleted, so I won't be taking this one, but that option's available if you want to trade on Fun. Okay, any questions on Funfair as a day or swing trade? All right. And let's look at comp. And this is a more likely coin to trade. Yeah, there we go. It's on my list. It did just dip below the 80 pretty harshly. So I think I'm going to take this one as a short. So this one is broke above the 80, then dipped back down pretty strongly. I mean, straight down on the RTI. And then Bitcoin has been trending down generally. So this should get my 1 to 1.5%. But that's not cooperating. Okay, I'll just set up an alert on this. Right click on the RTI, add an alert. I'm going to do the one that goes both directions. That's going to be entering a channel. 80 on top, 20 on the bottom. Once per bar close. It's an AA score. And rest is the same. Click create. I'm good to go. And looks like my exchange has come up. So I'll go ahead and get in that trade. Might be a little too late though. Took a sharp move down. Now it's starting to curl a little bit. Okay, so that's the day trading layout. Let's go to the swing. And there's a big red zone here due to this wick on this candle from Tuesday. We're currently in a buy left over from yesterday. Trendilo is pointing up, but we're pretty kind of close to the red zone. Well, 15%. So if the overall trend continues, this would be a good entry, but get that sharp point, that sharp move down on that candle. What's Bitcoin look like on the hour chart? And Bitcoin's mostly trending up on the hour chart. So I don't know if I'd take this as a short on a swing. I don't do short trades on swings very often anyway. Could be a good entry on the long side, and the 15% move to the red zone. If you're so inclined, go for it. Not trading advice or financial advice. Okay, so comp not bad for a swing. Any questions on this one? All right, let's go to social activity sort. We'll match that up with trading activity. Magic, NKN, LTO, EOS, which I've been trading lately. Astar, Perp. Most of these I don't recognize. There's Fun again. Pax. Comp again. RSR. Mask. I've been trading Mask lately. I think we looked at that one on Monday. So let's look at where was it? EOS. Okay, RTI 15-minute day trade layout, and we're at the red zone now for EOS. So this is one that if you're on trading both directions, that could hook down and be a short. Similar to a setup we saw in comp, but hasn't hooked down yet. If you want to catch this as a long, you want to set an alert, try to get this setup here. And as you can see, when this broke above the 20 yesterday morning, pretty good move to the red zone, almost 6%. That's a good day trade. So right click on the RTI, crossing up on the 20, once per bar close, and social activity sort. Notifications are the same. Click create, but I'm going to do mine both directions. So I'm going to go my entering a channel, 80/20, and the rest is the same. Click create. And that should be in my alerts. And it is with comp. So, all right, so that's EOS on the day trade layout alert. Go over here to the swing trade, and it's kind of played out on the 1-hour chart. It's already in the red zone. So in this situation, look for longer time frames. And it's at the top of the range on the 4-hour as well. 8-hour, top of the range there, day. Okay, so the last big move EOS had was in December up to $1.34. So that would be an amazing retrace on a swing trade. That's nearly 60%. But it could take 120 days to accomplish that if it duplicates the prior move. So it's longer than I want to stay in the trade. I'd probably just pass on this as a swing, but has potential as a day trade. Okay, any questions on EOS? All right, let's go back to Altcoin Alert. We looked at social activity sort, do 1-hour projected range, and looking for positive on both sides, upper and lower, or a very tiny number on the lower. That means it's less likely to go negative on a day trade. Waves has potential, 0.6 on the lower, 3.4 on the upper, 1.3. That's a pretty small average though. So most of these I would probably pass on. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything I like here on the 1-hour projected range. So I'm going to go over to short-term sentiment, match this up with Elder Impulse hourly. Let's look for another day trade candidate. Want to get that sentiment match with technical indicator, but there's only 10 showing as bullish on the Elder Impulse hourly. So I'll just sort by that. See if there's any matches on the short-term sentiment, and there are not. So yesterday's dump is affecting our ability to find coins to track today. And then finally, it's long-term sentiment. Match that up with Elder Impulse daily. Got a match on EOS, Digibyte, STMX, and RSR, Bone, Zcash, TIA. I think we looked at TIA and STMX on Monday or last week. So let's look at RSR. Okay, RTI and RSR is well above the 80. So when it dipped below the 20, that occurred here. And the retrace happened on Wednesday, late afternoon. And we got, took nearly a full day, but about 10% move. So that's a great day trade. If you stay in that long. I'm just going to go ahead and set my alert for both directions here on the RTI. Right click. And if you want the break below 20, choose crossing up. I'm going to choose entering a channel. 80 on top, 20 on bottom. And this long-term sentiment buy. So that's that alert. This is more likely to be a short candidate when it dips below the 80. Okay, let's look at this as a swing. On the 1 hour chart, it looks pretty good. We've got a buy signal on the SuperTrend, Trendilo pointing up pretty aggressively, but coming out of the green zone. We're a little later than I would like to be, but if you want to get in now, take this all the way to the red zone at 16%. And that could take you, a week or so. That's okay. 16% in a week's pretty good swing trade. So if you're a swing trader and you got some funds to play with, this could be a candidate. Financial advice. See Bitcoin on the 1 hour, generally trending up. So maybe been beaten down enough. This looks like it was all the way down to 81 earlier, and has been moving up. Okay. Any questions on RSR? All right, let's look at one more on Altcoin Alert. And we got a few candidates on long-term sentiment matched up with Elder Impulse Daily. Digibyte, maybe. Yeah, I haven't looked at that one in a while. Digibyte is crypto.com. Binance US. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to find a place to trade this. We'll look at crypto.com's chart. And this one is above the 80 on the day trading layout. So last time it dipped below the 20. So it goes here. Was it here? Yeah, it was here. And you can see it had a great move after it came back up. 26%, less than a day. It's a great day trade. So right click on the RTI, crossing up on the 20. Once per bar close, leave it on all day. Custom name, long-term sentiment. And click create. And good to go. All right, and let's look at this as a swing. I think we're late on this one. We had the buy print on Wednesday. Yeah, we're pretty much at the red zone, so I don't like this entry on the hour chart. Let's look at the 4 hour. Got in now and went to the red zone on the 4 hour. It's 11% in about a week. Not bad. But again, I like to get in when it's coming out of the green zone on longs. So yeah, 4 hour, 8 hour, it's pretty close to the top of the range on these time frames. I think I'd pass on this one. All right, any questions on Digibyte? Well, that's about all I had for my analysis on Altcoin Alert and coins to follow today. Any questions about maybe any additional coins to look at or the system overall or day trading, swing trading generally? All right, very well. I'll wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live, but check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And you folks have a good trading rest of your week and weekend. I think I'll be back Monday. So see you next time. Bye.
Bye.